In today's lesson, you are going to learn how to multiply polynomials together. I know at the title it says multiplying binomials, but you will be learning how to multiply more than just binomials together. Let's fill in our blanks. Today you will multiply polynomials together. You will use the distributive property many times. Just make sure everything gets multiplied by everything else. Don't forget that if you need to combine your like terms when it's all said and done. Let's break it down in example 1. We will write out how to use the distributive property. This is the best way to multiply polynomials. Now we're going to do problem 1 a little longer than we're going to do the rest of the problems, just so we can get some extra practice. Take your pencil and draw an arc from 2x to the two items in the second binomial. So I drew an arrow from 2x to 3x and a 2x to the negative 7. Now take your pencil and draw from the positive 4 to the 3x and from the positive 4 to the negative 7. We're now going to multiply each arc that we drew. So we're going to do 2x times 3x, that was the first arc, plus 2x times negative 7 plus 4 times 3x, that was the third arc, plus 4 times negative 7. We will multiply now. 2x and 3x, 2 times 3 is 6, x times x is x squared. Minus, the minus because 2 times negative 7 is a negative 14, so minus 14, x because of the x. Then we will add 12x because 4 times 3 is 12, and then we will subtract 28 because 4 times negative 7 is a negative 28. The last thing we need to do is combine our like terms and write it in standard form, meaning the first degree is the biggest. So we write 6x squared, we combine our like terms here, these two become a negative 14 and positive 12, minus 2x together, that came from yesterday's lesson, or the day before that, minus 28. This is a simpler form of how it was before. In the got it problem, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to skip that first step we did. Please draw on your arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be very careful with this 6 because this 6 is a negative. Alright, first arc. X times 4x is 4x squared. X times positive 3 is plus 3x. Negative 6 times 4x is minus 24x. Negative 6 times positive 3 is minus 18. Combine your like terms. 4x squared minus 21x minus 18. This is the simplified form. Now, the book teaches this method called using a table. I prefer not to use this way, but I'm going to teach it to you just in case you like it a lot. I will tell you that the rest of the math department, we do not use the table, so I will definitely suggest to you to take it with a grain of salt. Alright, when you use a table, you're going to make kind of like a little chart here. Almost like a tic-tac-toe board. On these two sections, we're going to put the terms of the things that was in the first parenthesis, like an x and a negative 3. Up here, we're going to put the 4x and the negative 5. And then each box inside of here, I guess I could write it in a different color. Each box inside of here, you multiply. So like this box right here would be from 4x times x. So it's 4x squared. This box over here would be from negative 5 times x. This box right here would be from 4x times negative 3. This box right here would be from negative 3 and negative 5. so positive 15. Now what we do inside of this box is we write our answer over here, but we write it in standard form. So I'll write the 4x squared first, and then I have the minus 5x and the minus 12x second, and then I have the plus 15 at the end. Last step is combine your like terms. 4x squared minus 17x plus 15. It's not really a preferred way for me, but it is kind of neat to see that you can use two different methods, whichever one you're more comfortable with. Okay, the next way is very, very, very similar to the first. I'm going to teach you to multiply. It's called FOIL, but you can only use this with binomials, okay? Now, I kind of have an issue with the word FOIL because FOIL is not a real math term. It's just something someone made up to help you remember how to multiply. It's an acronym. FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. And that's why we have the FOIL of FOIL. Again, this is not a real math term. Never on the Keystones will it say FOIL the following. It will say multiply the following. Alright, let's look at problem 3. We'll use FOIL. Again, I really prefer the way we did this in problem 1 the best. Alright, so we'll do FOIL. Okay, what this stands for is the first times the first. So 5x is the first times 2x. See how it's first and first? First in this parenthesis, first in this parenthesis. That makes 10x squared. Then we have the outer. The outer are the most outside numbers, so 5x and a positive 1. That makes 5x. Then we have the inner. Those are the things all the way on the inside. Negative 3 and 2x. So negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. And then we have the last times the last. That's negative 3 times 1. Negative 3 times 1 is a negative 3. The last thing we're going to do is you see all these four things. We're going to combine our like terms and get 10x squared minus 1x minus 3. Notice I didn't write the 1 by the x because it's implied. And if you're wondering where the minus 1x came from, it's because 5x minus 6x is a negative 1x. Problem 4 will be a little more detailed, so I'll do it on the next video.